Do you actually know what your dog is trying to tell you the moment they flop onto their back and expose their belly to the sky? You see it every day. Your dog is lying on the rug, they see you walk into the room and suddenly they're upside down, paws in the air, looking at you with those goofy, expectant eyes. Your first instinct is to reach down and give them a rub. You think it's a simple request for affection. But behind that wagging tail is a calculated biological risk that goes back thousands of years. In the world of animal psychology, this isn't just about cuddles. It is an act of profound, ancient trust that most owners completely misunderstand. In fact, if you've been treating every rollover as a simple petting invitation, you might unknowingly be breaking the very trust your dog is trying to build with you. Today we are diving deep into the psychology of belly vulnerability. We're going to look at the fortress of vital organs, the groundbreaking science of the secure base, and why your dog is essentially closing their eyes to danger the moment they show you their stomach. We'll also uncover the heartbreaking reason why some dogs will suddenly stop showing you their belly, and what that says about your bond. Once you understand the silent language of the rollover, you will never look at your dog's belly the same way again. 1. The fortress of vital organs, a masterclass in trust. To understand the weight of this gesture, we have to look at what that belly actually represents. In the animal kingdom, the belly is the soft underbelly of survival. It houses the most vital, life-sustaining organs. In the wild, a predator, whether it's a cat or a dog, would never, ever willingly expose this area to another being unless they were 100% certain they were safe. Think about it. By rolling over, your dog is giving up their ability to run, their ability to defend themselves, and their ability to launch into a fight. Researchers call this a social surrender. They are deliberately making themselves vulnerable to de-escalate any perceived threat and to signal that they see you as a non-threat. Most owners make the mistake of thinking this is just a game. But for your dog, it is a biological statement of belonging. In our sources, we talk about the slow blink as the cat kiss, a sign of trust where a predator chooses to go blind in front of you. The belly roll is the canine equivalent. It is your dog saying, "I trust you enough to put my life in your hands." If you don't recognize the weight of that trust, you're missing the most intimate signal they have to offer. 2. The science of the safe base. Why does your dog only do this with you and not the stranger at the park? It comes down to a landmark 2019 study from Oregon State University. Researchers found that pets form a secure attachment with their owners that mirrors the bond between a human infant and their mother. In this bond, you are the safe base. When your dog is in your presence, their brain releases oxytocin, the love hormone that lowers their heart rate and switches off their vigilance mode. When they roll over, they are literally melting into your presence. This isn't just about being cuddly. It's about neurological safety. When your dog is upside down, their body is telling their brain, "The leader is here. The territory is secure. I don't need to be on guard." They are using your presence as an invisible layer of protection. If you move unpredictably or raise your voice in this moment, you aren't just scaring them. You are corrupting their safe base, and their brain registers it as a betrayal of that vulnerability. Before we jump into the 3-second rule and the warning signs of petting-induced overstimulation, if you're realizing right now that your dog's belly roll is actually a 15,000-year-old act of love, hit that like button and subscribe. We're here to help you understand the silent rules your dog expects you to follow so you can build the bond they're quietly hoping for. Now, let's talk about when a belly rub becomes too much. 3. The sensory threshold, when love becomes static. Here is the part where most owners accidentally mess up. You see the belly, you start rubbing, and then, seemingly out of nowhere, your dog gets up and walks away or even gives a love bite. You think they're being moody. But in reality, you just hit a neurological threshold. Animal behaviorists have discovered that a pet's skin is loaded with nerve endings that can go from pleasant to overstimulated in seconds. This is called petting-induced overstimulation. Think of it like someone rubbing the same spot on your arm for 5 minutes straight. Eventually, it doesn't feel like a massage anymore. It feels like static. Most owners miss the subtle signs that the rub has become overwhelming. A twitching tail tip, ears that flatten slightly, or a body that tenses under your hand. The fix is the 3-second rule. Pet for 3 seconds, then stop. Pull your hand back and wait. If your dog nudges your hand or leans into you, they are giving you a green light for more. But if they stay still or look away, they are saying, "I love you, but that's enough." Respecting that boundary is the difference between being a petter and being a trusted partner. 4. Scent mixing, the group signature of the bed. Why does your dog sometimes roll over on your recently vacated seat or your worn laundry? Most owners see this as stealing territory. But what if I told you it was a ritual of identity? In the wild, members of the same colony or group share a communal scent. It's how they recognize family and say, "This one is safe," without making a sound. When your dog rolls on your clothes or your spot on the couch, they are performing a scent-mixing ritual. They are depositing their pheromones from their scent glands onto your space, while simultaneously absorbing your scent into their fur. They are weaving their world into yours. This isn't thievery, it is the highest form of social bonding. They are saying, "I am yours and you are mine." Every time they roll in your scent, they are reinforcing the chemical signature that tells their brain, "We are a pack. We are home." 5. The sudden stop, listening to the silence. We have to talk about something that breaks my heart because so many owners miss it. What does it mean if your dog who always showed their belly suddenly stops? Pets are creatures of absolute habit. When a long-standing pattern like a belly roll suddenly changes, it is never moodiness. It is a communication. In the wild, animals instinctively hide pain to avoid becoming a target. If your older dog suddenly stops rolling over, it might not be that they don't like rubs anymore. It could be joint pain, arthritis, or kidney strain making that physical movement uncomfortable. Or it could be a shift in the emotional environment. Has there been conflict in the home? Have you been using a loud voice recently? As we see in attachment studies, a dog that feels insecure will stay guarded. They won't roll over because their survival brain is telling them it's no longer safe to be vulnerable. If your dog's ritual changes, don't ignore it. Listen to the silence. They are whispering that something has broken the trust. Conclusion: the choice to be chosen. The next time you see your dog flop onto their back and expose that vulnerable belly, pause before you reach out. Understand that you are witnessing 15,000 years of evolution bending in your direction. Your dog has walked past every quiet corner of your home to be vulnerable in your presence. They have decided that you are the one landmark of safety in their world. By using the 3-second rule, respecting their safe base, and protecting their scent signature, you are doing more than just being a good owner. You are being the architect of their safety. Your dog doesn't need you to be perfect. They don't need fancy toys or the most expensive treats. They just need to know that when they offer you their most vulnerable self, you are predictable, warm, and present. Because to your dog, you aren't just a human. You are home. If this video changed the way you're going to handle that belly flop tonight, tell me in the comments, what's your dog's favorite trust signal? And if you want to learn more about the silent ways your dog is trying to apologize, or say, "I love you," check out our video on the slow blink ritual right here. Because understanding them is the deepest form of love. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
The 3-second rule, the slow blink, all spoken fluently between them now.